Morning all, it's Monday morning. I've went to work this morning. It's now currently 7:30. I've got that EGR cooler out of the stores, just about to start fitting it, and excuse me, I've got a breakdown to go and do at Manchester. Early kind of vehicle, and the driver said it's that bad. He's put the air warning on the dash. So let's nip to Manchester and have a look at that one. Come on. Right, so we've got this job at sale, and I'll just say the fault. There we have it. Right, so that's that one done. Not a very nice easy job, weren't it? Earth fitting out, roof popped out. So just talked to the driver then. And I said to him, you know, you're going through some low trees or something like that. He said, yeah, that last job I just done, there's loads of low trees and they're hitting top of wagon. I see a lot of branches and leaves and stuff all over the top of trucks, so sometimes the connectors like that, if a branch hits it, it flicks it out. So that's a nice easy job, that one. So he's on his way now, and another job's just come through for Manchester, Portland Street, which I presume is in the centre of Manchester, that one, if I remember correctly. I'm sure I've been to that one, Portland Street, before. Vehicle overheating and smoke coming from the engine. So yeah, what we'll do, we'll shoot off now. I'm just in the centre of sale at the minute, and we'll get ourselves into Manchester and have a look at this one that's overheating. Now then, so I've got into the centre of Manchester, and when I say centre I mean right in the middle of Manchester onto Portland Street. Been up and down Portland Street, couldn't find the truck. Rung the driver, and he's not there. He's said his engine wasn't overheating, and the smoke coming from the engine was a piece of cardboard that landed on the exhaust. And he's pulled the cardboard off, and it's all right now. Oh well. Give me a ride through the centre of Manchester anyway. Whoever wants to live in the city centre, get your head looked at. Why you want to live in the city centre is beyond me. Anyway, so it'll be back to Charlie now, and we'll get this EGR fitted, so let's crack on. So I just want to put that cooler back on. You can see all the footage there, and then truck's just come in that's got coolant leaks, so just gonna have a quick look at this, see what this is. So what I'll do, I'll try again. We should get up to workshop doors and have a look at it. Some pressure in here, son. That's red, that, isn't it? Oh, it's so totally. Well, this is that one with... Yeah, compressor head, I'd say. Yeah, so looking at that, I'd say we've got a compressor head issue. So what I'm going to do now is start it up and see if we get some water bubbles in there. Yeah, I'll do. Right, so we saw that video there. It was pressurising water out of the tank. That's what I've done. I've disconnected the compressor head and now I'm going to run it again and see if it's still putting air bubbles into the header tank, which if it's compressor head it won't do because the compressor is disconnected, so we'll see. Right, so as you can see in the video what I've done, I've disconnected the compressor pipe, filled it back up with water, run it, and it was still bubbling out, and then when you let the accelerator off, it shot a lot of water out, and then we turned it off, it carried on firing water out, so looks like she wants an egg gasket on it. So yeah, that's that one. I'll just go out to the side now and I'll just show you what part we disconnect. Yep, so this is your main compressor feed pipe here coming in, so that part's coming from the compressor, it goes into the air dryer for the air dryer cartridge. So what we do is disconnect the pipe here, dump the air out of the wagon, pump in the foot brake, and then start it up. And yeah, then you can differentiate between the compressor and the cylinder head gasket. Right then, so we've got that diagnosed, egg gasket. So we'll crack on now, get the CGR cooler put back on, and then we're going to drop the oil, put fresh oil in it, and take it from there. Oh, top it with water, better do that bit as well. I don't know if you can see it or not, but if you look how creamy that oil is there, look at the colour oil that's coming off the engine now. I'll just get the camera a bit closer so you can see it. It's like a grey colour it is, and if you look at the top here, up near the sump plug, you can see it's all grey around there as well, so it has had water in it. So hopefully by changing that EGR cooler now, we made a limited issue, because I think what happening is the EGR cooler was letting water leak in it, blowing it through the EGR valve and back into the inlet manifold. Fingers crossed, that's all it is. We've cured that issue, so what we're doing now, we're going to drain the oil, and once the oil's drained, we'll throw some fresh stuff in it, and top it up with water, the other tank, and then yeah, we'll run her up at that, and hopefully, fingers crossed, not so bad. Now this engine, there's a story behind it. A customer had it and they damaged the radiator at the front, and it lost all its coolant, and then what happened was they basically cut the engine, so then it got the cupboard back in here, the engine got took out. When the sump was took off, the crank was damaged, so it's had a new crank in it, new pistons, new cam rods, cylinder head, but unfortunately for some reason the old EGR cooler got put back on it again, so I don't think it's because there was no availability at Mercedes or what it was, the reason why we had to put that one back on. Normally they change that and put the old one back on. So fingers crossed, but there is also a diesel knock on it. Now I did change number one injectors, I've been advised to do that, Now whether that's cured the diesel knocking out, I don't know, because when I had changed the injector, that's when I noticed the oil was milky. So so what we've done, we've put the oil in. At the back here, I have a bit of a rocker cover that I've cut down, because then what it does, it covers the timing gears up on the back and you can run the engine. If you didn't put that on and run it, you end up with all the oil coming out. So yeah, so what we'll do now, we'll start her up and see what happens. Right then, so we got that EGR cooler fitted, and then changed the oil, which you see on the video there, a bit grey and milky, that oil, so it's always getting water from somewhere. I'm just hoping it's bypassing through the EGR cooler and back into the system, fingers crossed. So yeah, we changed the oil, top load coolant up on the truck, because obviously the coolant level had dropped, so I took the EGR off, so it lost some water then. So we top that back up with water, and then we started her up, and I was just about to start running her up, and I got a job to go and look at a Salford, which is just basically a Zoeller. So that's just a lift check. Everything it's lifting, it's got to have a Zoeller check, which off the top of my head I'm pretty sure Zoeller stands for lifting operations and lifting equipment regulations, I think. Now I should know that, because I did my Zoeller certificate a few years ago for testing chains and slings and stuff anyway. So yeah, so we'll get there, get that done, get that Zoeller check done. The same vehicle reverse camera's not working on, so we'll have a look at that, and after that I've then got a job that's not unclamping its bins. So the lifter will go up, when it comes down the clamp's not open to release the bin. So that's on a 259 or a 249, it's one of them two, trade lift. Now I've had a look at this truck before for the same fault, and it come back into Chorley, and I had a look at it there, and then one of the engineers, Dave, he had a look at it, and we changed the coil, and we also changed the stem that goes into the coil. So for some reason it's now started doing the same thing again. Now it's been out and it's worked for 2 weeks since it was done, and now it's throwing the same fault up. So I'm just thinking what it could be, which could be literally anything. So yeah, so what we'll do, get to Salford, get this Zoeller done, get this camera changed, and then we've done that, we'll shoot to Walkden and look at this bin lift. So yeah, all's good in the world. Speak to you soon. Yeah, so that decal there wants changing, that one there does as well. As you can see, you've got the warning signs there on both sides, and then same again here, you've got your emergency stop button, warning sign there, that one wants changing. That one wants changing, and yeah, I'll drop the lifter back down now so you can see it, and then your safe working load, but you've got to have them. So right, let's crack on with this. Right, so I'll just explain to you what we're doing there then. Testing these bars here. You can see they've got that side to side movement to them there. There's no other movement in them whatsoever. So by making the lifter bounce like that, we'll then determine if there's any side-to-side movement in a pin. Real low. No movement in anything there whatsoever. Same again on here. And then checking the bin clamp here on these pins, see if there's any movement in them, and there isn't. Same again here, there's no movement in them whatsoever. The bin clamp guides are all good, they're not moving. Send it back up. And then we're checking these rams to make sure there's no oil leaks or anything like that. And the only thing we've got is just auto lube grease. That's what all this here is. This is all grease off the auto lube, it's not oil leaks. Same again on this side here. And then you might have seen I dropped the rave plate down. So when the rave plate comes down, you've got to make sure the bin lift won't operate, which it doesn't do when it's down. So yeah, that's basically the tip of the iceberg what you do on a low lift. But I need to get on because time's ticking, so I'm going to get all the job done today. That's what I'll do. I'll crack on and get this finished, and jobs are good. There then, so that's that Zoeller done. Off camera, just did a few other checks on it, and measured the clamp gap, stuff like that. Put them stickers on that were missing, and that's about it. Now, I had a funny feeling there'd be nothing wrong with it because I only serviced that truck 2 weeks ago, so jobs are good. And so now we live in Salford. It is 10 to 5. We'll shoot over to Walkden now, and I'll look at this truck that's not clamping its bins. So see you over there. Tell you something, right? Freaking just talking to the driver then before I left. And he's got these e-bikes, and he was going home on it. I said, "Is it electric that, mate?" He said, "Yeah, it is, yeah." Very good. He said, "Oh, it's brilliant, fantastic." He said, "I live 5 mile away, and getting through Manchester, it takes me 45 to 50 minutes in car when I'm leaving work." He said, "It takes me 15 on bike." I said, "Are you joking?" He said, "No." You know, he said, "It does 25 mile an hour, this e-bike." Impressive that, isn't it? Nice bit of kit as well. The only problem it was, he said he comes to work on it, he knows it's safe at work, so he leaves it there, but he can't go anywhere else on it because he don't lock it up somewhere because it'll get nicked. It's a bit sad really, like, isn't it? That was going to get nicked if it's locked up. But anyway, I think I'm going to get myself one of them. Sounds good. But thinking about it, if anybody wants to give me one and I'll review it for you, that's even better. Quite like the idea of that, an e-bike. But they're also saying you can get them, and they're like, some will do like 70 mile an hour. 70 mile an hour on a push bike. Wow. I only do 70 mile an hour in a van. I mean, not a push bike. So anyway, as per usual, I'm queued up in traffic coming out of Salford at 6:02 onto M60, so it's here. Anyway, let's get on and get to this last job at day, yeah? Right, so last job at day. Fin clamp's just opened, it was sat at the bottom shut. Now it's just shut. Let's it back down. Fin clamp's not opening. Upgraded. Right, so this ain't going to be good then. Me and this truck have history for the same fault. Anyway, it's been in our workshop, it's had a stem put on it, it's had a coil put on it, and it's still doing the same fault. Well, it wasn't doing the same fault, it's been out of work for 2 weeks and now it's come up with the same fault again. So, I'll just show you up here. These coils here are what open and shut that bin clamp. So what I'm going to do, take one of the coils off and make sure it's magnetising on the coil, it's not a faulty coil. Right, so check them coils and they're working, the magnetising. So basically you take the coil off, put your screwdriver inside it and then operate it and you'll feel it. Pull your screwdriver into the coil, which tells you it's a good coil, that. So that's fine. So then I'm having a look around. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you noticed or not, but whilst we're doing that, the truck beside me drove off. So I had to run and get my phone off back of that. Yeah, I lost my phone then. And so looking around, looked up, got an oil leak coming off the roof and it's literally running down the back of the truck. So there's a pipe here, yeah, a steel pipe here goes to a fitting and one of the fittings is loose. Can't get my spanner in because of this bracket here for lifting the body on and off with. So what I'm going to do is undo them 2 clamps, just a flexi pipe further up from that and I should be able to lift it up, nip it up. So that's my plan of attack at the minute. And then when we've done that, my plan then is going to be to take the coil that's used for lifting, sorry, the coil that's used for opening the bin clamp, yeah, I'm going to take that out, take that off, sorry, take the stem out and make sure the stem's okay and the stem's clean. It is a fresh stem that's fitted, but what I'm thinking is there might be some contaminants in the oil, maybe. That might have clogged it up. There again, it might not have done, I don't know. The problem is with these lifters like this one, there's 3 sensors on the other side. It's determined where the lift is, whether it's up, down, and it tells it where it's shutting up in the clamp. Now apparently, don't quote me on it, but one of our engineers, Dave, very good lad Dave, was telling me they run off earths. And I spoke to Dave before I come out to this today, so I knew I was coming here, and Dave said it will be an absolute nightmare of a job. It could be anything. So anyway, that's the fitting there that's loose, so we nip that up and then that should eliminate that oil leak. So at least we've got one job done. Even if we can't fix it ourselves, we'll fix one thing. I think what I'll do, I'll go and turn the engine off because it's a pressure line this, and we'll do it that way because I'm going to have to undo this union here and this union here because for some reason it's a short piece of pipe, not stepping it down in size or stepping it up in size, and it's not gripping hold of it. So right, turn the engine off, we don't end up baffed. Only me. What I did, I stopped recording because I nipped down to my van, because in the end of that part there's a little O-ring. I went down to get another O-ring, and then when I put all the O-ring in, put it all back together, looked at my camera, and I forgot to press record, so didn't get to see that bit. So hopefully now that's eliminated that oil leak, which I know it's nothing to do with the bin clamp issue, however it is an issue. So just shove that back on there out of the way. Get his clamps back on. So it's at this point now, take that coil out, pulling up a bit of oil coming out. That front stem there, the coil was, that's to lift the bin lift up. The back stem is for opening the clamp. So that's a new stem that was fitted. So I'm going to take it out and just check now that the stem's alright, the seals are alright, and then we'll take it from there. When I say take it from there, I mean go home and gut pull. Or no? Probably not. Can't say that. Now what I have noticed there, so I'll put it up to the camera and show you, you can see that O-ring there is broke, and the one above it's the same, that's broke as well. So I don't know if I have anything like that on my van, but we're going to have a look and see, yeah. Oh, and that oil will stop running in a minute, disconnect it pipe at top. Now then, stand corrected on that. The top seal was alright, it was just third one down. That was damaged. Them white seals have a cutting in, and you can put them on. So, managed to find one, van on another stem. Put that on it. Put the stem back in now. I'll put the coils on. I don't hold much hope that it's going to solve it or rectify the issue, but we'll try it and see. Right, so I don't know if you could see on that video then, but basically what I've done, took the stem out, one of the seals didn't look brilliant, so I've replaced that, put it back in. It's sort of working to a fashion, but I'm not happy with it really, but I think it's going to be a job for one of our electricians to come look at this. Big Dave can look at it. They'll be able to work it tomorrow, they'll be able to use it tomorrow, so that's not a problem, but we'll just get Dave, I recommend Dave to come and have a look at it and see. So just flip camera around, and fingers crossed it'll work. There, you can see it unclamped then. Clamped, unclamped. I've run it a few times, it's doing the same. Now, once it's got the weight of a bin on it as well, it will make it unclamp better. So, they can use it at that. It's not 100% perfect. It's not as I would like to leave it. But, there's only so much I can actually do with that. I don't know much about them lifters, to be fair. So, I think what we'll do at that, we'll recommend Big Dave come and have a look at it, see what he can make of it. So, right, it's time to clean up. Get some tools away and what have you. A little bit of oil to mop up, not a lot, just a little bit. We'll get that mopped up. And yeah, hopefully it should be alright that. What we'll do, we'll just give it one last try now. There we can see it's unclamping at that then. It's better than it was. Not 100%, it's not far off. So yeah, hopefully Big Dave will probably be able to do something. So, right, take this tool to put away. Right, so that'll do for that. Just tried it a few more times and seems to be working alright then. So what I might do is just recommend if Dave's passing to get him to call in and have a look at it. Turn that down, it's a bit bright. Yeah, get Dave to call in and have a look at it, something like that maybe. But it seems to be working alright now, so fingers crossed it will be alright. And I thought it would be like, so anyway. It's now 7:15. We'll get ourselves off home. We should be home for 7:45, 8 o'clock. Well, not too bad for a Monday, that'll do for me on a Monday. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll get home, start editing this. It probably won't go out till Tuesday night by the time I get home and have my tea and a shower and stuff. So I would just like to say thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And if you have any questions, comments, drop them down below and I shall answer each and every one of them. So yeah, have a nice evening everyone, and we'll see you all again soon.